thought, since I did that last video about kind of struggling with squats and things not going so well, hoping to try to get back to a 500-pound squat someday, I thought I'd start a new series. You know, we'll call it like Road Back to 500 or something like that. And I just want to document my squats. We'll just check in every single week, talk about how things are going, some of the things that I'm doing, some of the changes that I'm making, kind of just look at my progress, and we'll just kind of go from there. So I thought it might be kind of an interesting idea for a video series. And you know, like, I know I've done a 500-pound squat before, but honestly, like, if and when I do it again, to me it will be the first time I've ever hit a 500-pound squat, just because it's so much different now. I explained this before, like, I realize I've done it before, but it's so much more difficult now, not being able to get a good brace, letting my air go, trying to do it high bar, you know, just kind of, I'm literally like relearning the movement as I go here, and it's just so much different, it's so much more difficult. And the biggest problem I have is just trying to keep making sure that I keep breathing out during the actual concentric portion of the lift. And it's so difficult to do, but it's something that's so important. I got to do it because I can already see if I slack a little bit, my eye starts getting red. It's bad news. I gotta make sure I'm letting the air go. So one of the changes that I'm going to be making here is I'm going to go back to squatting 3 days per week with a little variation, and we're going to do a little bit more submaximal training, because it becomes very difficult when I start to get closer to maximal loads or percentages, and I had to stay away from that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go back. I was doing it twice per week. I'm going to go to 3 times per week. I'm going to do 2 high bar days, 1 at more appropriate percentages, and then 1 at much backed off percentages, but with extra volume. So I'll do more sets, but at more sub-maximal loads. And then on the 3rd day, which is today, I'm actually going to re-implement low bar squats. Now, I took low bar squats out because it's harder on my back. It's much more difficult to do without the Valsalva, without a good brace. But as long as I'm working sub-maximally enough, I don't think it should be an issue. And this is something I talked to my coach about, and he thought it was a good idea. So we're gonna try, we're gonna see. Like, I haven't done any actual low bar in 4 or 5 months or whatever, but as long as I'm staying sub-maximal enough, I think it should work out. So what I'm gonna do is just work up to around an 8 RPE max today, and we'll just see how things feel and kind of go from there. So the goal is to do 2 sets of 6 at a 8 RPE. Wasn't really sure how I was gonna go, where I should go with it, so I started a little bit lighter just to make sure. It's been you know, 4 or 5 months since I've done actual low bar movements, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. So I started with 345. It's probably about a 7 RPE if I had to guess. So I'll probably go up like 5 more pounds, but I just want to be cautious this first week back. I'll make sure get the movement down, because it is different movement. High bar and low bar are not the same thing. So I gotta get a little wider stance, get my hips a little bit more open, turn my toes out a little bit more. Just gotta get used to it again. It's different. You know, I'm not used to putting wrist straps on again. I realized I forgot to chalk my back, and I could kind of feel the bar slipping a little bit. So it's just gotta reacclimate myself with the movement. But considering how long it's been, you know, it actually felt pretty good. It felt pretty smooth. So we shall see. All right, let me sit down. Do no cardio. So, may have noticed I actually went up 10 pounds there. Looked back at the footage from the last set and I realized it wasn't even a 7, it was much less. So I went up to 355. That was a more reasonable 8. Probably honestly more like a 7.5. But gotta say, like, it felt pretty good. And I don't know, like, I think it's gonna work out okay. Like, I just have to get more volume in. Like, I really feel like I can make really good progress if I just get extra volume in without working too hard. And you know, I'm team old man. Like, if I push too hard, like, I break down fast and I don't recover. I don't recover very well. You know, that's one of the things that I've noticed even like prepping for a meet. Like, I don't get a whole lot of super compensation. Like, if I push too hard, even if I taper for a good week and a half, it doesn't work. Like, I gotta stay a little bit backed off. So it's one of those things, like, you gotta know your body and play around and see what works for you. So we will see. I'm excited. I think it's gonna work really well. It's gonna be nice to not feel so beat up all the time. And yeah, we'll see. But first low bars in about a third of a year. Success.